What up, y'all? Episode 29.
The THI podcast with my brother and me. Soldiers from both sides of the fence, nigga, that's who we be. He was in the Air Force while I was running the streets. I salute him for his service, he saluting the G. We done met back at the table like our mama expected us. So here y'all go, now y'all got the herbal intellectual. We gon' talk everything from real estate to politics, economic inclusion and the strength of black dollar shit. Sports, movies, social media, love and parenting. Coronavirus, stimulus checks and cryptocurrency. Money, jobs, layoffs, unemployment and rebuilding. Starting your own business and homeschooling your children. Power move, stock markets, group economics. A whole time smoking on the finest of ganja. So gon' roll up and kick back. Get your lighters, get your ashtrays, drinks and snacks. We gon' bring that good vibe like when the feeling was right. Like you was young and had your favorite cousin spending the night. Say we gon' bring that good vibe like when the feeling was right. Like you was young and had your favorite cousin spending the night.
What up, y'all? Welcome back.
Like you said, episode 29.
29.
Herbal Intellectuals podcast. Don't ask me why I felt like saying that, but fuck it. We don't never drop that motherfucker no other time.
Right. God damn. 29 episodes. Do it seem like it been that long?
No.
It was. 420 was our first episode.
Was it?
Yeah. And when did we go? When did pandemic shit hit?
Like 421.
Nah, we was already locked down on
I
420.
know, I was playing. Hell yeah, we been locked down. Well, people was locked down. I ain't never been locked down yet.
Yeah, the first part of that shit, we was working. Then the middle part of it, you was working.
Then I said, fuck work.
Speaking of work, before we get too deep, I wanted to get your live opinion on some shit. That's why I ain't bring it up beforehand, because I ain't want to make you anticipate it. But for about I think it's the third time, an executive somewhere has been suspended for jerking off in a Zoom meeting. These motherfuckers keep thinking the camera is turned off. And just grab the lotion and tissues and go to work. In the middle of the meeting, everybody seeing everything.
Jerking off to their coworker's face?
Pretty much.
Niggas be crazy. That's my opinion. Motherfuckers be really, like, sick with it.
Yeah, this was a writer at the New Yorker, too. And the crazy thing is, they was simulating the election. That's what the meeting was for.
I seen the video. The teacher was talking. I seen somebody fought real loud. So she like, whoever did that, that's not a funny joke. Something. So it was another real loud fought. So she like, that is not a funny at all. Whoever's doing that, I will find out who it is. Blah blah blah. So the girl unmute her microphone like, Miss such and such. You had all of us muted. You the only one who wasn't muted. So she like, no, somebody did it, blah, 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 blah. So another girl unmute her shit like, Miss such and such, you know, when you're not talking, your box blank, but when you make a sound, it turn green. So whatever person make the sound, their box turn green. She like, oh, no, you're not going to get me like that.
She tried to keep that lie alive.
Hell yeah. They done had titties on kids' calls, parents with blunts.
Yeah.
I know somebody who got caught on there with a blunt. I don't know if the teacher ever said something, but sitting on the Zoom call with a kid, like say the kid right here, and you right here next to the kid, like in the line of the camera, whole time he got the blunt right there in his head.
That ain't as bad as actually actively smoking it, is it? I mean, I don't think either one of them is bad, but you know what I mean.
I think
From a societal standpoint.
from a societal standpoint, I would say both of them bad. From a smoking parent standpoint, I would say who give a fuck. I done made the mistake and went in kids' school with a half baby in my pocket hella times, nigga. One time. Yo, one time our shit was so funky, the janitor came up to me like, damn, boy, why you so loud? Mind you, they was having excuse me, little assembly or some shit. So I'm like, loud, nigga. First off, the school loud as shit. Second, nigga, I ain't said shit. And then I looked at him to say like, nigga, I ain't say shit. But he was like giving me that look like, nigga. Like, yo, offer me his keys. Like, yo, you need to put that shit in my car till this shit over. I like, no, yeah, I'm good. Nigga walked to the store and bought a bag of chips, dumped them out, wrapped it up in a little aluminum foil bag. And I was straight after that. That's the only time somebody said something to me, though. Yes, I'm that parent.
Yeah, I mean, most weed.
I was that
smoking
student,
parents
too, though. I never forget that shit, nigga. Man, I got suspended from a Walbrook. So, Monique take me back to school. You know, by the time I was at Walbrook, I'd be damned if I was telling mommy I got suspended. Don't even know how she would have reacted at that point, but anyway. So, we wake up in the morning, regular routine, because the meeting, of course, ain't till like 9:30, 10 o'clock once the class is settled and shit. So
right.
we wake up in the morning. It had to be after 10 because regular routine, wake up, smoke, watch Mari. Halfway through Mari, we are done smoking. All right, come on, we're ready to go to this meeting. Don't ask me why I sat there and smoked with my uniform on. But go to school, get to the meeting and shit. So you gotta go through the late door at a certain time. They lock the front door. You gotta go through the late door. So we had to walk through the late door. So I go up to the late door, and instead of standing in line, I walk up to the nigga like, yo, I ain't late. We got a meeting today. My sister bring me back to get reinstated and shit. So, yo, like, all right, go in and there, wait right here by the door. Once we done letting the late kids in, once the line clear, I walk y'all up there. So, cause on some prison shit, you gotta go in the auditorium until the first period over if you late. Like, you just, that's how you get marked on the road. You gotta sit in there and they plug you in or whatever, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But when you come in the door, you down there on the bottom floor where the auditorium was at. They lock the doors for you to go upstairs. So once you come in, you don't got no option but to either go use the bathroom or go to fucking the auditorium, you feel me? And you can't leave back out. So we wait right there. Yo, finish. Yo, come over there. He standing there. He asked me my name again. He knew me, but he ain't know me by name. So he asked my name again. Call up on the walkie-talkie. Tell him I'm here. So when they tell him go ahead and bring me up, yo, dude, just like this. I'm standing next to him. You're like, come here. So I come over and I'm thinking he ready to make me say something on the walkie-talkie or something. So you're like, no, come here. I'm like, what you mean? He like, really? Like, you just gonna get high to come back to school, like, to go to a meeting? Like, I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm like, let me smell your hand. I'm like, what? So he'll grab my hand and shit, sniff my shit. He like, and then of all shit, you try to cover it up with baby lotion. Yo, sent my ass back on another 3-day suspension.
So you got suspended off of a suspension.
It's probably history right there.
That's impressive.
I done got suspended for all types of dumb shit.
It's crazy because with all of the dumb shit I did, I never got suspended for it.
Nigga, I got suspended because I didn't get caught in my lie. My lie was so good, it got me suspended. But it got me out of trouble, though. Awkwardly. My lie was so good, I convinced them that I really did serve detention. But I had never got. I think at that time I was in middle school, so I had never got my father to sign a motherfucking detention shit. Like, you know, they used to give you the paper saying you got detention. Why would they? Your parent got to sign it for you to stay at. So I convinced them that I had not served. I mean, that I had served the detention. They was just like, basically like on some technicality shit. We gotta put that paperwork in the file to say you served detention and your parent justified it. So take this one, just get your father to sign it and backdate it. You good. Now, of course, as an adult, I'm saying get your father to sign it and backdate it, but you know they said it talking to a child, whatever.
Right.
Nigga. How the fuck you pull this one off now? Because I never told the nigga about the detention. And I never served the motherfucking detention. And I don't even remember how I convinced them that I did serve it or why I would have tried that lie, but it worked. I'm talking about it worked like, nigga, all right, go back to class. At the lunch, come here, let me holler at you. I was sick, got my dumb ass suspended. Not because I ever told the truth and told them that I didn't serve the detention, because I didn't get that motherfucker signed. It wasn't even no, all right, but you ain't gonna get it signed. You get another detention. No. Mm-mm.
You said you was in what grade?
6?
So what would that have put me in the 9th?
No, you was in the 8th. This was before I failed.
Oh,
First
okay.
6th grade.
Oh, all right. So I was in the 8th. No, I wasn't. I wasn't good at forging a signature yet. I ain't get good at that till around like 10th grade.
You know,
That's why I never got suspended in high school.
You want to hear some wild shit?
What?
Do you know I always could forge that nigga signature?
It was easy.
We all write out R's and J's the same. And I found that out through Miami. But I literally knew how to do that shit, though, like, good. Like, I could write your shit, like, better than him.
I could write his so good that I thought he was forging mine.
You ready for the stupid part, though?
What?
I never did it. It never dawned on me. Like, in the heat of getting in trouble, because I was getting in trouble so much, it never dawned on me to forge that nigga's signature. Damn it, I could have beat that suspension.
Yep. I was waiting for you to have that epiphany.
Like, yo, what the fuck? I'm talking about right now, I can write that man's signature, yo.
To this day.
Right, sign.
And don't have to. I gotta change it a lot from mine now.
Well, yeah, but you know, mine ain't the same. Like, I would have to say it again to probably do it, because I ain't done it so long. Like, I ain't wrote one of you niggas' name since probably 6th grade. I've never wrote your name, like your whole name out. I always wrote Ronnie. You feel me? Like, I never had a reason to write your whole name.
Yeah, I mean,
I, like, on some real nigga shit, I never seen the 3rd at the end of your name before. Like, not never since I was old enough to remember. We wasn't in class together.
that's true.
I wasn't super homeworky by the time you was writing your whole name out, you feel me? Like, at the elementary school, I was done with that shit. 4th grade, that shit went down the hill.
Yo, do you know the only reason I wasn't a straight-A student in high school? Because I ain't do homework. It was so bad that they had it set up where I had to bring it home and show him that it was done, and he had to sign it and take it back. So, hold up though. I was so anti-homework that I would give him assignments that didn't get graded to sign and would just say, fuck the grade. Like, I would not do it. You could not convince me to do homework. To the point where I almost failed math in the 6th grade for not doing homework.
All right, real quick before I forget. What you just said, my bad ass was the opposite, nigga. The teacher had to sign off on me writing. You know, you had to copy your homework off the board back when you was in. Nigga, the teacher had to sign my shit to make sure I wrote that shit down. I stopped even copying that shit. But real shit, though, when I was out there, yo, you want to hear some wild shit. I was failing and shit, but never because I didn't do my work. I intentionally ain't turn my work in. And I do my work real fast and talk and disrupt everybody else and get myself in trouble. Whole time my work be done. But I got myself in trouble, reached the goal, and never got around to turning that shit in. Because by the time it was time to turn it in, 9 times out of 10, I done got in trouble, stand in the corner, put out of class. I probably learned more shit getting sent to other classes.
Yo, I always thought that was a weird-ass response to kids in school. Like, making the kids stand in the corner in the middle of a class. That's weird to me. Well, obviously not a corner in the middle, but, you know.
I was thinking that you meant, like, the middle of the class, not the middle of the floor. Like, right. In the middle of, like, class start at 8, like 9:30, you stand in the corner type shit. That's right. What I thought. We gonna say that's what you meant.
That is what I meant.
Sure, save face now, but we just gonna say that's what you meant. No, but no, it's about breaking your spirit for real. Like, they don't want you to have that leader stand up mind frame, like Kenny was saying. Like, that bully on the playground, that's a leader mentality. Feel me? They break that. That stand out, they break that. That go for what you know, they break that. That's why that shit ain't education, it's indoctrination. They really stripping you of everything you got. Time you get out of high school. Why you think so many motherfuckers don't got no drive, no ambition, no vision, no goals? Barely can think past go.
It's also why when you get out of high school, you don't know what you want to do. Because the whole time, kids are driven towards going to college, going to college, going to college, going to college, going to college. But you never actually get to explore what you're interested in.
And even if you should so happen to get to explore what you're interested in, don't nobody pull into you enough to make you stay interested in it.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, people won't attempt what they want to do out of fear of what other people want to say.
I think it come a little more than fear for a lot of us. It'd be like, it's fear, but it's fear, I think, that's created with different levels of substance, such as, like, lack of resources, lack of experience, lack of knowledge, lack of guidance. You feel me? Like, a motherfucker that ain't never accomplished shit can't coach you into accomplishing shit. They can just tell you what to do to not accomplish it, and you could attempt the opposite, and hopefully you get a different result, but they cannot teach you how to get. Motherfucker ain't never climbed a mountain, can't teach you how to climb a mountain.
Sure.
They can tell you probably gotta strap some shit on, hook that shit into the rock, and get your climb on. But I'm sure it's way more technical than that. I'm sure you got to factor in all types of shit, wind, and other shit. Whatever shit come with the shit, you feel me?
Right? That's just crazy, though. Like, if Your kids say they want to do something, encourage it. Even if they change their mind. Encourage everything they want to attempt. Encourage everything they want to try. Because when they find their thing, they found their thing.
Fuck encouraging what your kids want to try, in my opinion. We need to start encouraging failure. Like, failure frowned upon in our community. But everybody else look at it like, let me get that.
It's a lesson in it. You learn how to move from failure. You don't know.
Failure teach the best lessons in life.
Like, you never know what you can get through until you go through something.
For example, how you learn how to fight?
By getting in a fight.
Get your ass whipped and don't want that shit to happen no more. How you learn how to ride a bike?
Getting on that motherfucker and falling.
You mean you tired of them strawberries on your knees? You wobble that shit out. You gotta fuck up to know how to do some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta do some shit to know how to do some shit.
Gotta push past your fears, though. A lot of people, like you said, they scared to fail. So, or they scared to be embarrassed from failing. Like, so many people don't attempt their dreams because they like, damn, if that shit don't work, everybody gonna be like, see, I told you not to do that. But everybody like, what if it don't work? What if it don't work? I'm like, motherfucker, what if it do?
Even if it don't.
But it's like the lessons I learned from failing, I can apply those to whatever the next thing is, whatever the next attempt is. You don't truly fail until you stop trying.
Absolutely.
As long as you keep on getting up and keep on going at it. Like, all right, cool, that ain't work, so reevaluate. How do I reattack that shit? Make it work next time. I know this made me fail, so next time don't do this for sure.
Yo, fear fuck you up.
It will.
Being intimidated will fuck you up and all that. I just went through that shit, right?
Fear will make you watch other people accomplishing your dreams because you scared to try.
And it's crazy you said that because I was just ready to say, I just went through that. Had an opportunity, right? And I ain't gonna lie, it seemed a little overwhelming. So I was ready. I was source that shit. I was gonna pay somebody else to do it. Just act like they was up under me or something, you feel me? Ironically, nobody came through. Like, nobody even answered the phone. Like, not one person I reached out to answered the phone. So I kind of was, like, back in the corner where it's like, gotta do it. I wasn't even confident that I could do it, but I did it. And now that's something that's under my belt. Guess what I can do?
Like, you never know the shit you can do until you try. But people will discourage you from trying.
And a lot of people problem be like, they'd rather hear some sugar-coated discouragement than some straight, blatant, blunt, disrespectful encouragement, you feel me? Like, a lot of motherfuckers will rather hear, yo, I don't know about that. Like, it might work, but I don't know. If I was you, I wouldn't fuck with it. People would take that over. Nigga, why the fuck you ain't been to that shit? You stupid as shit. Like, you feel me? Like, what the fuck you been waiting on? You get what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers don't want to hear that. Like, you tell a motherfucker, yo, this shit starting to get to me. Like I just said, this shit overwhelming. You feel me? A motherfucker be like, yo, what's your backup plan? Like, if that shit don't work, then what type shit? You feel me? A motherfucker accept that. But nigga don't want to hear. Nigga, you sound like a bitch. Shut that shit the fuck up and make that shit happen. You feel me? Like,
You asked for this.
But
this shit come with the territory.
But don't nobody want to hear that shit, though. And that's how we train on purpose. We don't want that. None of us. Don't nobody want to hear that gut checking. Nigga, you fucking up.
Every scar gonna heal eventually.
Man, fuck that. You can either use a scar as a trophy or a motherfucking sign of suffering at some point. Because I can either show you this motherfucking scar and say, look what happened, tell me such and such happened. Or I can show you this scar and say, boy, look, nigga, I survived this shit. 6 pit bulls attacked me, and look, this is all I came out with. Or I could be looking for a pity party. Like, boy, I got attacked by 6 pit bulls. I got this scar, and one was hanging from my shoulder right here. And, you feel me? It's just all about how you look at your scars.
Look at him as you made it to the other side of that shit.
Like, I be looking at it like, for some reason, I always used, like, and I don't even think I never heard nobody say it. I kind of think I just came up with the phrase. Like, I always tell people, like, you gotta go through the dark to get to the light. Like, think about it, like, say you got a toothache, wisdom tooth bothering you. You get that bitch snatched. Oh, that pain right there is 6 billion times worse. But once you survive that,
you good.
You good. Can't think of the last time I thought about my wisdom tooth. But before that, I was miserable on a regular.
I got mine pulled because in the military they encourage you to do it. So you don't end up with like wisdom tooth pain on the deployment or something like that, because then they might have to send you home for the surgery. And
I think it's some deeper rooted shit to that. Like, yo, like I think it's something.
I tell you what though, I remember that pain from being done with my surgery and going home and passing out before I took them drugs. When that numbing shit wore off,
Felt like somebody woke your ass up with a frying pan to the face.
it felt like my whole entire face was gone. Like everything was, I could feel every cut, stitch, everything. It hurt so bad.
That shit feel like you can feel every hair on your face.
And you know your shit's swollen, so you can't chew. So it's like I had to wait for the pill to dissolve, and it took forever. It was about 45 minutes of the worst pain I ever felt in my life.
The worst pain I probably felt, I'm gonna have to say it was on some shock shit, like on a wake up when I had pulled my groin muscle, but I ain't know. I just felt the pop, but I ain't feel the pain. went through the day, went to work, all that. Went home, smoked up, ate, went to sleep. Woke up, had to piss. I went to roll over. And not only did I feel like all this was just off. Like I felt that shit move. Like I moved my body, and then it was like I felt the rest of my leg and all that shit just come with it. Like nigga, the pain that shot up my motherfucking body. Oh my God. And then I had to suffer because, ironically, this was the only time out the whole time I lived in my first apartment that I put my phone on top of my TV. I ain't never do that shit. Not never before, and not never after, my nigga. Like, but this day I woke up, I'm dying looking for my phone. Like, mind you, mommy don't live far. Right, 2 buildings over. I think at this time, might have been, it was like 2-3 more family members lived in the apartment complex. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Die to get out the bed, and mind you, this was my first apartment, so my mattress and box spring was on the floor. From the bed to the floor, not only did it take forever, that shit was murder. From the floor to the TV was even worse. Of course, mommy the only one to answer. She like, I'm on the way. She like, behind me, get in. Oh my God. Nigga. I'm like, all right, just come on. I'ma die, but I'ma crawl to the door, and I'm gonna unlock it, and I'm just lay there. She's like, all right, I'm on my way. Now, mind you, she had time. She called the ride and all that. So, fast forward now. I done made it from my bedroom door to the love seat, which is only like halfway. I am dead, nigga. Yo, like, if I breathe again, I'm checking out, my nigga. Like, yo, that shit was crazy. There wasn't no way to sit, lay, none of that was making that shit better. Like, every way I moved made it worse. I gave up. Nigga, I gave up. Like, the last little bit I had in me, I was like, I might as well die comfortable. And I pulled myself up on the love seat, nigga, and just laid there. I'm talking about, nigga, I'm dying. Like, pain so bad, like, you know, when you can't really get a breath in, like, you just, like, bracing so hard, like, oh my God, like, I'm dying. Like, I'm like, and the whole time, like, I fully convinced myself that this was the end of my life on this motherfucking love seat. Like, I told you, I didn't want to be uncomfortable on the floor. Like, I didn't want to go like that. Like, everything in me said I'm not dying on this floor, and pulled myself up on a love seat. Now, ironically, here's the second thing that I ain't never do. Not no times before this night, and not no times after this night did I ever do this second thing either.
Usually the door unlocked.
Nigga, I went to sleep with my door unlocked. Mommy just walked in. She like, oh, you made it to the door? You made it unlocked? I'm like, no, I ain't making it. I was ready to die. Like, I was going to have to kick that bitch in. Like, I couldn't move. Like, at that point, like, my whole body was like almost in shock. Like, I couldn't move. Like, whoever the nigga that drove over there, yo, really carried me all the way down to the car, nigga. I'm talking about, nigga, I'm in the back seat, nigga. This point, like, nigga, tears and all that, like, That type pain.
Oh,
Like,
you know,
man,
I know that feeling.
that nigga.
That first, you remember that first dislocated shoulder?
Nigga.
First, I had to walk all the way back from that little alley between the houses to our house.
Nigga, I walked you. I helped you up.
I know.
Nigga, your whole body was collapsing on me. I'm like,
Yo,
nigga, it's your arm, not your legs.
Nigga, I couldn't breathe.
Nah, nigga, I can imagine because that motherfucker grown shit.
Yo, it took everything in me not to throw up. Like, that's how bad that shit hurt.
But the shoulder shit,
Yeah.
nigga. Imagine that pain next to your balls.
Well, I ain't having next to my balls, but my hamstring.
First off, from the second I woke up to the time I got to the hospital, I was 100% sure my balls, my legs, all that shit was still in my bed. Like, nigga, that's how much I couldn't feel my body no more, nigga. Like, that pain, like, shut me down. Nigga.
That first time my hamstring popped.
Just for the sake of entertainment, I'm going to tell you that you're the first person I told that story to who didn't ask me how I did it.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I think I know. I think I got an idea. But
What's your idea? And I'll tell you if you're right.
you was fucking.
Yes, I will.
I knew it had to be.
Alright, so at this time, my girl, she was short as shit. She was probably like 4'8", 4'9", some shit like that. But she wasn't slim though, like, but she was short as a motherfucker.
Right.
So I'm fucking her. Missionary. I used to pick her up all the time. So it was nothing. Like, I didn't even feel like I was flexing at the moment. But it was on some flex shit. But I wasn't really flexing on nobody. It was just shit you know you can do, so you do it. You feel me? So for some weird reason, when we was changing positions, the next position at the time, she was ready to get on top and ride it. So I'm on my knees on my bed. I just pick her up and go to slide my legs around. So I slid the first leg around real successful. Like that motherfucker went way smoother than expected. But that motherfucking second one, no sir. I went to go flip that bitch out. Something said pop. I was like, what the fuck, man? You know how when you move and your shoulder pop or something, like the bone crack or something. I'm thinking it was like that, but it was like real vivid. Like, shit had some bass to it. And sure enough, that's what happened. Got my motherfucking mother pushing me around John Hopkins in a wheelchair because I work at John Hopkins. So I got to take my doctor's note straight down there and tell them that I ain't coming to work. You feel?
Right.
Supervisor, like, what, you was playing basketball? Yup. And went the whole story was I was playing basketball. What was almost the stupidest moment in your life, but it just luckily didn't happen?
Almost the stupidest moment of my life. Shit, I don't know. I had a lot of stupid ass moments. I had done a lot of dumb shit.
No, I mean, one of them moments, like, or if this would have happened, or luckily such and such ain't show up, or maybe like one of them moments. All right, I'll tell you mine. Fuck it. I'm gonna tell you mine.
Yeah, maybe then I get an idea what you leaning towards.
All right, so the almost stupidest moment of my life that I would have never, ever lived down. Like, would have went in the history book type shit. Like, hands the fuck down. Like, nigga, everybody on this planet would know me. So, I was working up Hopkins.
Right.
So, the floors I was working on one of them, Ben Carson,
Mm-hmm.
your office was on one of the floors I worked on. That's why I told you, like, yo, asshole, fuck him. Like, yo would not speak to nobody in the hospital. Yo act like he was above everybody, for real, black or white.
He's
But
still like that.
I know, but, so, fast forward. I was training this girl, and then me and her started fucking with each other after that. We got cool when I was training her, but later on down the line, we started fucking with each other. So nobody knew we was fucking with each other, so she ended up having to clean that building. So I did the floors, and it was a lady that did the dusting and wiping and putting in a little trash in the offices and shit. So your office was inside of an office that, like, you go inside there, and it got like 7 offices in there. And his was 5 or some shit like that. And his one of them.
Right.
So this day, shorty, she was cleaning the office and shit. No bullshit. So I goes in there with her. She going through pulling trash and shit. I'm, flirting and bullshit. Long story short, when she go in the bathroom, I go in there with her. Pull the door shut. Fast forward now, you know what happened in the bathroom. Out of nowhere, and I don't even know how, I just heard like some paper like balling up or something, like, but like not even paper, like the little small trash bags, like if you ball one of them up some way or another. I heard that shit, so I stopped. Like, you heard that? She like, no. I think somebody in here. She like, I ain't hear shit. So pull the trash can up. I take the trash bag out the trash can, throw some paper towels in there, tie the shit up real quick. Like, take this out there. If somebody out there, pull the door shut behind you, and I'ma hurry up and lock it. You just act like you made a mistake and lock the bathroom. I'll come out when they gone and lock it behind myself. So I stands behind the door, the way as though the door open this way. You feel me? So when I stand behind the door, she take the bag. Light still off though. She take the bag and go out the bathroom. I look through the crack, when the door open, that back crack. This nigga Ben Carson, I swear on my kids, was reaching for the handle. And he jumped back like, oh, I thought you was in here. I was coming up and hand you my trash. If that nigga would have caught me in there fucking in his bathroom, I would have went down in history, nigga. Like, imagine the headlines. This nigga got fired. This nigga got caught by, of all people, like, that shit.
Nigga would hate you forever.
I'd have been on the news. I'd have got out of jail, probably, and did an interview. I know he'd have got me locked up or something.
He probably would have based his whole campaign when he was running for president around you.
So that officially would have been the stupidest shit ever in my life.
Okay. I got one for you. So, I'm living in the dorms. We had this chief. He was an asshole. But this was before he made chief. So, he would come around and do room inspections way, like, stupid times of the day. But that's why you had to write your shift on your door. He used to fuck with me all the time, for no reason. So, I fucked the daughter. So she come over one morning, bet I'm going to smash before I go to sleep because got to go to work tonight. I just got off work. Boom. In and out. So she come through. Probably about 15 minutes in. Knock on the door. Here come our dumbass father doing room inspections. So she hide under my bed. He walk in and ask about me burning a candle. I was like, no, it's her. Like, nope, it's a black and mild. He's like, oh, it says you're on mid shift. I was like, yes, sir. I just got home. About to head to bed now. He's like, all right. Peeks in my room. Room looks to be in order. Carry on. Yes, sir. Close the door. Lock it. Now, hey, he came in that motherfucker and really did a room inspection and seen his daughter under there. Military career over instantly. Which would have been fucked up because she was legal. She was actually older than me. But, you know how that shit go.
Had 2 girls end up at my house at the same time. But I survived it. And they never knew even. One was at my house in the early part of the day. And the
You
other
sure
one,
we want to be giving away all this shit today?
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Who can say something?
I mean, yeah, that's a fact.
Now, the people involved may know who they are, but I would never disclose who they are. So if they expose themselves by saying something to me, then I'm going to disclose who the fuck they is. It's like, no. But, plus I was like 16 years old when we were talking. Like, my mother would have whooped my ass probably if she knew they was in there, but she ain't know. So here's the story. When I'm over there in the early part of the day, when it's time for her to leave, call a ride. The ride take forever to come. The one that was coming, mommy knew about her, so it was cool. I just used to fake like we wasn't doing nothing. You feel me?
Right.
Just her sneaking in downstairs in the kitchen or something. But so the one that was coming was cool, but the one that was there had to get the fuck. Especially because the one that was coming was coming. So ride taking forever. The ride finally called like 10 minutes away, and then she called the one that was coming, like, I'm ready to call a cab. So I'm like, cool, her ride 10 minutes away. By the time she get in the cab, in her ride, her cab might just be getting there on the way. That'll give me like 10 minutes in between. Cool. The 10 minutes away turned into probably like 24 minutes. She never called and said, my cab here. This house phone her, so when she left out the house, it was just, I ain't gonna see you till you get there.
Oh, shit.
I swear I ain't exaggerating. Now, mind you, at this point, I've been wanting her to leave, so me and my niggas out on the front porch, and she just standing out there with us. I've been wanting her to leave, though, but the ride just taking forever, so when the ride finally called the phone, like, he coming down the street, because, you know, taxis and shit had phones back then. She, because it was a sedan, that motherfucker pull up. I gave her a hug in the house, though, when we walked back out on the porch. She walked down the steps. And a motherfucking cab pulled up behind the fucking sedan, nigga. But at this point, when the cab pull up, she only down like one step. They literally walk past each other, ain't speak. I tell my man, like, yo, if anything, she was here with you. He like, I got you. They walk past each other, ain't speak, ain't even acknowledge each other present. She came up on the porch. I walked in the house before she came up on the porch. So when she came up on the porch, I guess both cars pulled off. And then I came back outside because, of course, she wasn't allowed to just walk in my house. So I knew what I was doing. I just wasn't. I really was ducking them confronting each other and me being right there. But it ended up working out because that was just that time enough for her to get in the car and pull off. But that would have blew up in my face, too. Because one of them I know would I'd have definitely had to fight her. And they definitely would have fought each other. So, dodge that bullet.
Always good to dodge a bullet. You ever had a stalker?
You said what?
Have you ever had a stalker?
What level was we talking? Actually, I ain't even got to ask what level we talking. I can honestly say no because there's too many females around my family and shit. Like, my sister wasn't playing that. Bitch, don't show up at my mother's house. Cousins and them wasn't playing that. Don't play with my motherfucking cousin.
Well, you know, I was out on my own. So, yeah. I had a couple.
When I was old enough that I couldn't call none of them no more, I still never had that. Like, a lot of things most niggas experienced, I never did. Like, this may sound awkward. It may sound unbelievable. And I only say that because very few people agree with me. I ain't never ran into a bitch who pussy stink. Like, how niggas be saying, like, bitch pussy stink so bad they ain't fucking and shit like that. I have never came across that.
No, me.
I definitely had females who had smells and shit, like, but never no, oh, fuck no bitch. And I don't know if it's the choice of sex partners that people was choosing. Because I don't think stinky pussy is, like, discriminatory.
Right? Shit. Definitely don't think it is. But I feel like if it's that bad that you end up like, oh fuck no, I ain't doing this. I feel like you know that before you get to that point.
I don't know. Because I can't say that.
It also depends on the era too, especially like, you know, a lot of us, like, back in them days, we was in clubs, dancing, hot, sweaty. Like, if it's like, I have been dancing with some girls and like, oh God, oh, okay, yeah, you need to go shower.
But see, even with that, like, I guess that's another thing. You know, I never was big on the clubs and shit. Like,
I was, but you know, I was all over the place.
All right. 15, 16, that age, 17, that age, shit like that. Definitely went down to strip club a few times. But other than that, like, I ain't really do the clubs too heavy. Wasn't that my thing.
No, like,
Plus, I told you, my niggas used to get dressed to go fight at the club. I ain't with that shit. Plus, I can't afford outfits like that just to go fight. Wish I would.
you want something crazy? Some of mine did too. Remember, did I ever tell you the story about the Roy Jones concert?
Yeah. Told it on air.
Like, it's crazy. Like, he up there in rank in the military now. Like, up there. That nigga was nuts. Like,
Most of the, I guess, for lack of a better word, craziest people I know is established as a motherfucker. Especially the males, like.
and most of the wildest motherfuckers I knew in the military is pretty high up there in rank now. Like, I knew some wild motherfuckers that, like, yeah. What the hell did you just find?
Hennessy bottle. I thought there was something in there. It is, but not enough to matter. I had somebody start sitting over there in the corner and roll my blunts and just toss them to me. I'm looking for a blunt roller. If anybody want to apply, holler at me in the DM.
I don't think we can compete with the salary Walker was offering.
Niggas be trying to steal my swag. What the fuck he offer? Fuck him. I ain't know about that. What'd he say?
I can't remember. It was like somewhere like $125K a year or some stupid shit.
Just to roll blunt?
Yep.
Bitch. I wish the fuck I would. This may sound fucked up as a parent, but I would rather teach one of my kids how to roll blunts. I'm gonna pay somebody $125,000 a year to roll blunts. You think it ain't gonna be one of them? What? Shit. Now whoever don't like it, fuck you. Cause that's some stupid shit if you ask me. I don't give a fuck how much money I got.
I ain't even
Now,
know.
some years ago, I'd have definitely paid a nigga $125,000 a year if I had it to roll my blunts. Because I used to call niggas to come smoke with me just because I ain't want to roll blunts. And before, the habit, all right, there's some funny shit. Before I knew how to roll a blunt, I had to call people like, yo, come smoke with me. And then when they get there, like, roll this blunt up real quick. So then it got the, yo, come smoke with me. Yo, roll this up right quick while I go. Roll this up right quick while I finish. And then I got rolled up. Nigga, I done taught females who never smoked how to roll blunt.
Well, you know, I ain't teach nobody how to roll a blunt because I ain't even known that long.
We're not even gonna talk about how long I know how to roll a blunt. I wish I could get a count on how many blunts I rolled in my life. I think I would get mad at myself, so I don't want to know numbers like that.
See, I ain't even, like, even back, way back, when we was younger and I used to smoke, never rolled up. I would just always put in on it. Put my little $5 in and my little $2.50 in.
Niggas used to go half on nickels.
You know we did. I think the first time I went half on a dime was like 7th grade. Saved lunch money for 2 days. Niggas really went without eating to get high and get hungry.
Nigga. Stacked up my lunch money one time just to impress a bitch. just so I can walk around every lunch break and pull out. Because after like the third or fourth day, it really start to stack whether you wanted to or not. So it got to the point where I was walking around with like 12, 13, 14 hours every day in elementary school. Nobody knew.
You know what? I had an epiphany too. And I would like to say it on the air. Remember how back in the day, whenever you had some slick shit, some new shit, teacher would tell you put it inside your desk. And somehow the shit will always end up missing. I think the teachers were stealing it. Because it ain't never like, it didn't matter who it was in the class. Somebody's shit was always missing.
Oh, I got a homeboy who broke in the classroom, stole all their field trip money, and fucked up the field trip.
You said he stole the field trip money?
You know, all the kids pay for the field trip.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga broke my ass, stole that shit. Him and his man.
He was nuts.
One of my little young boys was fucking his 7th grade teacher. His bitch ass man put him on blast.
My bad. We got quiet as a motherfucker.
Rolling my motherfucking blunt. I'm fucking hungry. You vote.
Said, did I? Or do I?
I guess either one, nigga. I don't know.
No, I haven't.
If the answer to do you is no, then I mean the answer to both is no. So
Do I? Yeah. Did I? No.
first time I ever voted was the first time to get Obama in. Last time I ever voted was the first time to get Obama in.
There's a lot of people like that.
That shit stupid. Stop going along with their system and their motherfucking asses don't got so much power, so fuck who in office. I think I can be president.
I don't think you're old enough.
Shit.
It's an age minimum. I forgot what it is, and I don't think you're old enough yet. Shit, I don't know. Bless you.
Thank
I got a question for you. Do you think that since the president is the commander in chief of the military, do you think that it should be a requirement for them to serve in the military?
because they command the military, do I think it's a requirement that they...
Not, I don't mean like be actively in the military when they're president, but do you
I
think
know what
they
you're
should
saying.
have to serve at some point in time before they're eligible to be president? You think that should be an eligibility requirement?
Fuck no. If you ain't got to have been in Congress before, why the fuck should you have been in the military before? Because this nigga Trump don't got no credentials.
That's a fact. Craziest shit to think about too.
Only credential he got is... Actually, he got more experience than most of them, if you ask me.
He had the appearance of having billions of dollars.
What you mean by that? A lot of that shit don't be liquid.
Well, even without the liquidity, they say the amount that he owe other people, his debt is almost about to overwhelm his net worth.
That's pretty much. People don't understand the logic behind that, though. If I'm still making the same amount, but on paper, it look like I'm going deeper in debt. Y'all wonder why that man don't got to pay taxes? Remember when Ariel was on here, we was talking about wolf business? Gotta study these motherfuckers. Know exactly what the fuck he doing. If you run up $1 million in cash and run up $1 million in debt and then go bankrupt, the debt go away. But what don't go away?
$1 million in cash.
Wolf business. You got wolves and you got sheeps, my nigga. Wolves don't survive by being sheep. A wolf will kill a wolf to survive. A sheep just gonna go along with to get along till it's his time. Tell people all the time, I don't dislike Trump half as much as everybody else. Number one, I don't give a fuck about Trump. Number two, he ain't doing shit but being transparent about the shit that every other one of them motherfuckers was doing. Trump's so racist. Nigga, what the fuck was Clinton? Just because you come out and admit and act apologetic about that mass incarceration shit, that don't mean you aren't a part of the mass agenda.
It's like we said a few episodes ago. You want it overtly or covertly?
Niggas love some Clinton. Niggas love some Obama. I be asking people like, why y'all still fuck with Obama? How did he... I know how he earned the nigga vote. How he keep it? Why do niggas automatically vote Democrat? No, that's a real question. mean, I want that question to be remembered, but why do niggas automatically vote Democrat?
I don't know. I guess you would have to look at. To me, I look deeper than just what you see on the surface. Like, I also didn't vote for Obama the second time.
I ain't not vote for Obama because I disliked Obama. I ain't vote for Obama because I ain't give a fuck to vote Obama in. Truth be told, mommy was like, be a part of history, all that shit. I ain't give a fuck then. I definitely ain't give a fuck then, nigga. 18 years old? Me? Fuck, I give a fuck about some politics for. I couldn't even on some real nigga shit. On my life, I couldn't tell you who Obama ran against.
Shit, I don't remember either.
Is that who ran against that? No. Who ran against the old? What was your name? What was the little fucked up little old nigga name?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yo was a prisoner of war or something. Is that who he ran against?
Yeah, with Sarah Palin as his VP, the chick from Alaska.
I remember Sarah Palin. Was she in a porno or something?
Somebody made a porno imitating her, but it wasn't really her.
Oh, that's the excuse. Now Sarah Palin would make a motherfucking sex tape.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't really paying none of that shit too much mind because I was living in Alaska when she was in politics in Alaska. She's a nutcase.
I don't really know too much about her.
So my motherfucker
She used to say some old wild shit, I think, but I don't really remember what.
She used to say that same wild shit when she was whatever she was in Alaska. But anyway, before we go too deep into, depths unknown, like we always do, what you got going on? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about?
Shout out to Niecy Notes.
Definitely shout out to Niecy Notes.
So did this shirt and a few of the other ones. Don't think that.
No, not this one.
Once again, shout out to my man Kenny. If y'all ain't got it already, make sure y'all pick up Miss Thompson's class from him. I got a Big Pyramid Home Improvement. I don't know, help a nigga out, shit. Nigga, help me. Oh yeah, my book coming soon. I got some funny news about that I ain't gonna drop yet.
Oh yeah,
reasons I'll speak about later.
Yeah.
But still coming soon. I don't know. Guess that's it for now. Shout out to all the listeners, followers, supporters. Make sure y'all getting that fam contest.
Definitely.
By next episode, we gonna let y'all know the deadline for when we gonna choose the winner of that.
Right, so y'all start getting them in.
And we just added an extra prize too. So now it's a 2-for-1 deal.
Oh yeah, we did. I forgot about that.
So
Get in where you fit in.
Definitely get in, tap in.
Sweet.
What about you? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to shout out?
At the moment, shouted out my son last week. He also got his learner's permit. So we shouted him out for his 16th birthday. And now I can shout him out again because he got his learner's permit.
Shout out to him.
Definitely. Doing big things. But yeah, we don't want to hold y'all too much longer. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
See y'all next week.